So the Barbie movie is something that I never knew I would actually want to go see. I don't know what it was about the trailers that actually kind of convinced me to go ahead and watch it. Plus, in one of the trailers, one of the taglines was, "If you hate Barbie, this movie is for you." So I went to go see it, and I thought it was actually kind of good. Basically, the movie is about Barbie having some malfunctions over in Barbie Land, so she has to go into the real world to fix it. In the process, also learning what it means to be human. That's all I can say for the plot for a spoiler-free review, so now let's get into the pros and cons. As much as I'm not a Barbie fan in general, I'm gonna admit it, the set pieces for Barbie Land from the dream houses and everything actually look really good. I can't believe I'm actually admitting that for some reason. One thing is that this movie has a very big stacked cast with a bunch of famous actors. Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken actually work really well, and they do a very good job for their roles. If anything, Ken is the funniest character in this entire movie. Something I thought was kind of nice was that they acknowledged some of the more discontinued or scrapped Barbie-related dolls or ideas that Mattel actually had a while ago. And not only that, there was actually some parts where it kind of pokes fun at Barbie, like a little bit. Also kind of poking a little bit of fun at Mattel as well. So I thought that was kind of funny. Also, this isn't a cheesy movie, and the comedy in here is actually very good. There might be a couple of corny or cheesy funny moments in there, but if anything, it's actually done really well. While at the end, it's still a comedy still. It's actually a movie that kind of gets deep and real about what kind of happens in our own real world, and how that actually starts to reflect on Barbie and Ken as they're going around the real world. Because all the Barbies in Barbie Land are the people that take control, of their government or all that kind of stuff. What happens in the real world in this movie, it seems like the men are the people that kind of take control of some stuff in our society and that kind of thing. And if I'm being honest, having a movie that's still funny while also having it tackle some deep and real stuff in it, and when it reflects on the real world of what's going on in our society right now, it's honestly what makes a movie entertaining, or you feel like it actually has something deep to say. The target audience is something that I'll get to in a bit as we go into the cons. Now, I think one of the things that caught my attention with the Barbie trailers was that Will Ferrell's going to be in it, so that would be like my one reason to go watch this movie before the other trailers started kicking in, and I actually took interest in the movie itself. And while I do think Will Ferrell does a good job in the movie, he kind of feels underused. He's supposed to have this role that would practically mean like he would have a lot of screen time in the movie, but he kind of gets less screen time than you would expect, and like I said, he kind of feels underused in the movie. I think when it comes to cons, it's mostly how you feel about the movie itself. Not necessarily on technical terms of what you thought, like, this part was kind of weird to be put in, this part was didn't feel right, or the movie was like slow placed. It doesn't really have those kind of problems. It's just, like I said, how you think about the movie itself. Like, the target audience is mainly for young women, like maybe like older teens to young adults that are women, basically. And the part is whether you think that this movie is for you or not. And I think it's the reason why I wanted to keep this a spoiler-free review, because I think this is a movie that you should go check out yourself to see what your views are and what your opinions are, to see if this movie is for you or not. Because I can see some of the reasons why people might not like it. Like, maybe it seems a little woke, maybe, or maybe or it may seem a bit political, sort of, in your eyes. Because everyone has different views, and those views may be the reason you may have your opinions on this movie. Personally, I wouldn't say it's an amazing movie, but I do think it's actually kind of great. Because while it may be targeted against young women, that's right, not me, the teenage boy movie lover. And okay, maybe even though I don't actually feel like the problems that women go through, I can still like get around to the idea of a movie that expresses like the problems that women have and all that kind of stuff, and how that fits into a movie that actually kind of gets real and deep. That's Barbie for you. One thing before I close off here, this isn't necessarily a movie that you would want to take your little kids to, because there's a lot of stuff in the movie that will kind of fly over the kid's head, and that might be a problem because some of the stuff in the movie kind of requires you to know a lot about like the current society that we're in, sort of, since maybe they wouldn't understand some of the stuff that happens in the plot. But one thing they will get a kick out of is the comedy in the movies. That's something that they'll definitely laugh at if you do take your little kids to the movie. But in terms of plot, I don't know. That's kind of on you to decide, not gonna lie. I think for the Barbie movie, I would honestly give it a fair 84% on the bro score. I like to think of this movie as an interesting one. And honestly, I like interesting movies, so there you go. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Make sure you do leave a like and subscribe. And follow me on Twitch if you can. And the link will be in the description below. And right after you're done watching this video, make sure to go check out my Sonic Prime Season 2 review that I posted recently. And I'll see you guys next time.